What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Cruiseline Podcast. It's your boy King. I'm Fo.
What's good? It's your boy Nana out here.
Today we got a special guest with us, man. I'm excited. I've heard a lot about you, heard a lot about your podcast, and today you're here, man. Welcome to the Cruiseline, man. You want to introduce yourself to the cruisers out there?
Yeah, so my name's Braiden Turner. Born and raised in Olathe. Grew up really big sports fan, Kansas City sports, obviously KU fan too. So I appreciate you guys having me on. It's been great vibes so far. So I'm excited to do this.
Yes, sir.
So, what's your story, Braiden? Tell us.
I said I grew up in Olathe. I went to KU for a year. I ended up graduating from Pitt State, and I've always wanted to do something like in sports media. So I ended up starting a podcast like 4 years ago, KU Sports. Been doing it for 4 years with a couple of my good friends, and we love it. Obviously, we have really good chemistry and just fun, like talking about something you love and hopefully grow into something huge. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Sheesh, that's tough, man. You said with a couple of friends, so you want to talk to the people about the importance of your networks and, people that you grew up with, went to high school with, like, what's that like? I'm guessing it's like a brotherhood and y'all just, kicking on the show and, that must be a whole vibe, huh?
Yeah, so one of them I grew up with in Olathe. I actually known him since I was a kid, and then met the other one in Lawrence while we were going to KU, so we have great relationships with them, and obviously the longer you do the pod, I'm sure you guys will figure that out, even though your guys' chemistry is probably already really good being brothers.
We still working on it, man.
The more you do it, you get like comfortable and just easy. Like you just get on and talk. I mean, you guys kind of know how it is, but you guys know how important networking is too. Like you guys have learned that. I'm sure here in Lawrence, you guys got good followings on social, but just meeting people is crazy.
Every day.
Just you meet someone that leads to someone else.
It's crazy, man.
And you never know. Like I think just treating people right,
Right.
Showing people respect, showing them love. And I think they won't, I'm not saying they're going to give you stuff back, but I think if you treat people right, it'll lead to something else or just good friendships, good relationships.
I feel like networking is taking over university degrees. Like people get jobs that, they don't even have degrees in just because of somebody they know,
Yeah.
So, this is really big today. It's very important to network for sure.
I think just meeting people and talking to people in general is huge.
Yeah.
Like, there's some people I'll try to have a conversation with, they're not feeling it. I'm sure you guys have done the same shit.
Sure, yeah.
But it's like, why not have a conversation with someone? Like, get to know someone, say what's up. Who knows what it could lead to? Like, it could lead, like you said, a job or meeting someone else. So
big opportunities,
Hell
yeah. Well, that's tough, man. Well, I'm glad. I met you. I didn't meet you. You knew my brother, and then he had nothing but good things.
I just met him too.
So. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. Just networking, and then he showed me y'all's podcast. I was like, oh, that's tough. And it's the first football game, So I'm like, shit, fuck it. Bring it on. Let's talk about some KU football, sports going on in our university, stuff like that. You excited for the season, man?
Yeah. I am. Yeah. Last year, you guys saw it. It was great. Started 5-0. Game day was in town.
Right.
Jalen Daniels made a ton of noise. And they've been shitty for a long time.
Oh my God.
It was great seeing it, and they returned a ton of talent. I think they returned the most offensive production in the country out of every school. So Vegas has them winning 6 games. I think they got a great chance to go bowling again. Hopefully
for sure.
more.
I think they'll go bowling for sure.
I think the guys are super motivated. No one's like satisfied. So I think they're locked in, ready to go, and I'm definitely pumped to see it.
It's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be real lit, man. I grew up in Ghana. We grew up in Ghana, so we didn't watch football. Football is soccer, what y'all call soccer. So my first American football experience was at KU. So I get here, they're losing, it's bad. That's a bad first impression counts, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, maybe this sport ain't it, they take it forever to get touchdowns or first downs or, a whole bunch of shit. So I'm like, maybe this ain't my sport, man. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. And then the Chiefs win the Super Bowl that year.
That's what we're
you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hold on, this sport lit. Like everybody's loud, everybody's chanting, the drinks are rolling, it's just the whole vibe. But
does it take you guys a minute like to pick up football or stuff like that? Just because it's not like a big thing over there?
Not really.
Not really. Yeah. I play basketball, so naturally I play soccer and basketball. So I'm kind of like into sports. So whatever the sport is, it doesn't really matter. If I watch it once or twice, the third time I'm gonna understand. Like baseball, I ain't know nothing about baseball. I don't know nothing about baseball now, but I know about like how they get the
I mean, there wasn't football
home
back
run,
home,
and you know they got to run around a little triangle or something when they hit it. You know, so I'm like noticing these little stuff, and then the pictures, and you know, just here and there. The Kansas City team I heard is real shitty, but so yeah, and you got the cap on. Yeah. But I mean, like every day, I feel like I'm learning something new about the sport. So.
Yeah, I just with soccer, obviously, you guys know, like it's not huge here.
Yeah,
so
really
it's not. I'm never like really tuned in. Like you know, we got sporting and stuff, but
right.
you guys know MLS. It's not.
They got
greatest.
Messi now.
They got Leonardo on. So
Messi's there, but
see, it sucks that they got him when his legs are about to fall off. You know what I'm saying?
He's still cold though. Like,
he's about to retire,
scoring every game. But soccer's like not a thing that. I mean, I understand it. I know what's going on, but it's kind of it's one of those things. It's like every 4 years you watch the World Cup. You're locked into that USA.
Do you remember USA playing Ghana?
What year was that?
2006, South Africa.
2 World Cups ago.
2006 in South Africa. See, I remember
like
that
when we had like Landon Donovan and shit. Maybe.
Shit, probably. Do you remember anybody called Asamoah Gyan? Yeah. So that's 2006 World Cup. I remember that though
because I remember where I was watching those games. I don't know if I remember Ghana exactly, but I was in middle school.
But we loved it because America's such a big country, and we would whoop y'all in football like every time. So it was something that we would never forget. Oh, we're playing US, and everybody's like, Charlie, easy game, you know. But then the US team picked up this last World Cup, and they advanced further, and we lost second round or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy to see like the sport is actually picking up. A lot of people playing soccer, and shit, maybe you need to get a soccer team or something, you know. But yeah,
what do you think about that?
We got a women's team, right?
We got a women's team.
I think obviously a men's team would be great.
Yeah, I think they could do it. I think they used to have one way back in the day.
Yeah, I can't even remember.
I think that's forever. I don't know.
There's always debates about like if the best athletes in the USA, like if they were born and raised to only play soccer, like how good they would be. What do you guys think about that? Just because like it's such a tactical sport. Like
soccer is quick though. You got to be quick on your feet. So I wouldn't say the best athletes. I'll say the like football players will make amazing soccer players.
Yeah, because like people will be like a Tyreek Hill or something.
Not the defensive ends and stuff, but like the Tyreek Hills and
runners.
You know the runners. You know we're running backs. Are
like
they
strikers,
what they're called?
Yeah.
Like when I played soccer, I was a left wing. So you got to run like a lot. And you're doing most of the crossing into the 18 yard to try to get your teammate to score. So if you're not fast, you can't play the sport. And you got to be strong because people know how to shield the ball so well. So that's why I feel like football players will make great soccer athletes. Track stars too would, you know. So, but Messi's like what 5'4", 5'5" or something.
I don't get how he's so good.
He's just, but that's the closer you are to the ground, the better ball control you have, which is crazy. But then Cristiano Ronaldo is 6'3" and he's, you know, jumping over people, floating to get headers and stuff, and he's quick on his feet too.
Yeah.
So it, you know, but I do think that if soccer was highly invested in America, America could be like, you know, a real good soccer country for real. Yeah.
I mean, they do have a lot of great soccer players like on the team.
Yeah.
So
it's like one of those things where we weren't born to play soccer. Like
right.
It wasn't forbidden, but it like wasn't the cool thing, you know.
Yeah. It was football and basketball and baseball, right?
We would play soccer, but it's like that's not one of the sports you'd be like crazy.
It seems like
invested
the
in.
women kind of play the soccer here.
Yeah.
Because
like USA women's are usually really good.
Right.
Yeah.
They lost this year, I think.
Yeah. But I know when they say soccer and they mention America, I think of the women, not the men. You know, the women are better than the men. I don't know. Like, no offense to the men, but yeah.
But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get like even the World Cup. Fox bought the rights to the World Cup to stream, so they're really trying to get the US involved.
And that'll next World Cup's here, right?
Yeah. Kansas City's.
I'm sure you guys will be out there.
Oh yeah, Arrowhead. Our country's playing here, so our flag's on the little poster. So for sure, it means we're gonna have a lot.
You guys might have to start training, see if you can get on the team. Got 4 years.
Our country is so good. Our worst player could be one of the best MLS players.
Yeah.
See, that's crazy.
Yeah. Because we made it to the we made it to the quarterfinals in the World Cup and then lost in penalties to qualify for the semis, which is last 4. in the whole world. You know what I'm saying? It's like we had a chance to win it all, but then we lost in the penalties because one of our guys kicked it over the damn bar.
Yeah, you don't want
He could have come back to the country, man. Oh my god!
I get pissed when people miss PKs like off frame. Like you got to at least put it on frame to give it a chance.
Got to be on the pole is huge.
Yeah,
but man, imagine
kicking it over
an arena full of millions of people, if not billions, and then you, one person, people are screaming. Man, the nerves are crazy, man.
Yeah, so that's what I think. That's all it is when it does go over the crossbar. It's like nervous as hell. Especially
when you play in a country like Ghana. Once he missed that,
we'll take that soccer shot.
You can't come home.
Start killing people.
They gonna clown you. I think they called him over the bar for the longest, man. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, hey, shout out to Red Bull, man. You know, they keeping us out here hydrated, man. So shout out to Red Bull. Yes, sir.
Fire. I really don't drink any other energy drink.
Really?
Like not even trying to hype up the sponsor, but I can't. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I think it tastes.
I feel like it makes a good chaser.
Mm-hmm,
you know?
That too. I don't drink anymore, but yeah, I used to hammer chaser. Red Bull vodkas for sure.
Have you tried the other flavors?
No, not really. Like I have, but probably I was hammered or something when I did.
They released summer.
It's usually just the normal. I can't do like sugar-free shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Like apparently they have like coconut and like apple and stuff like that.
They got apple.
Apparently, I don't know.
Well, I know Janelle brought us the summer ones or something. Yeah, they got like a summer themed ones, but yeah. But man, so shit. Like I said, we don't know much about football, so yeah. Tell us expectations you have. You know, like what are you looking forward to this season? Shit,
Brady's predictions.
Yeah, let's hear the predictions of the standards, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking a lot about the defense lately just because I think everyone knows what to expect from the offensive side. They have everyone back. They lost the left tackle, and that's it. So they have Jalen Daniels, who was preseason Big 12 Player of the Year. They have two stud running backs. I don't know how much you guys watch or go to the games, but Devin Neal and Daniel Highshaw, they're both unreal. I think they can both play at the next level. And then really solid wide receivers, Lawrence Arnold, Luke Grimm, Quentin Skinner, got a stud tight end, Mason Fairchild, and then the O-line's pretty much all back. I expect them to go bowling. I think they could win 9 games, maybe, best case. Games? I know.
Okay.
Nah, you heard it here first.
8-9, y'all.
But the defense, everyone's worried about the defense. I think they'll surprise a little bit. I think they'll be better than people expect. They got a bunch of transfers in. They got a couple guys from Minnesota. They got a guy from Auburn, and they got a guy from Colorado State. And then the guys back from last year, Jacoby Bryant, Kenny Logan, Craig Young, who transferred from Ohio State. So I think the defense will be fine. Coaching staff is insanely good. I think one of the best in the Big 12, but one of the best in the country. The coaching staff, like they're really that good. Hopefully they stay for a long time, but I think they'll at least go bowling if they stay healthy, and hopefully somehow play in the Big 12 championship would be insanely hard to do.
My God,
just because Texas, OU, K-State, but
I mean,
they have the talent.
Yeah, it seems like I said, I don't know much about football, but just going to the games and watching the way they play, it seems like there's some form of chemistry going on. It's like, you know, it's way better than it was like 4 years ago when I went to my first football game, you know? So, I mean, I'm pretty excited, you know, like when I go to the game today, I'm about to be on my, you know, just, I'm gonna
everyone
be hyped
should
up.
be.
Definitely.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like just Jalen Daniels being Big 12 preseason Player of the Year is just a huge deal.
Big, yeah.
I don't know what people think about that, but you got Quinn Ewers as the quarterback for Texas. People have him as a Heisman candidate. Will Howard at K-State's really good quarterback. Dylan Gabriel for OU. So I think Jalen Daniels getting that honor before the year is huge because there's so many good quarterbacks and players in the Big 12.
Right. What I really remember about KU football is when, like I said, we barely watched any. But I was on Twitter, I think my first year or second year maybe, but just scrolling through, and then there was a meme that said, KU wants more and they gave us less. I thought that was the funniest
like the
shit
Les
ever.
Miles shit.
But I didn't know the coach was called Les Miles. So I clicked the shit, and I'm like, holy shit, they out here really gassing this coach up at it. The first game hadn't even happened yet. So like the city or the town is big on it. Like they're like expecting some form of like, yo, we got to win this shit. Like we done. We tired of losing. Like it's time to win something. We out here just people play us and they're like, oh, it's a practice game. You know what I'm saying? It's like they tired of that shit. So I think this year, like after last year, this year should be better. Like,
I think so too. Yeah. They have that expectation, but the Les Miles era was supposed to. I mean, I was excited. He coached in the Big 12 at Oklahoma State, and they were terrible, and he turned them into a winner. And then,
so you thought he was about to do that here?
He won national championships at LSU, and
see, I didn't know his track record. All I saw was they gave us less. So
but they won a couple games early, but some stuff had happened at LSU that he went through, and supposedly he had like, this probably doesn't need to be out there, but he had like dementia.
See, no, but
before KU, so which I obviously feel bad for him. That's terrible, but
probably affected his.
One of his, flow. I mean, Jeff Long was the athletic director, and they were friends, and they hired Les Miles, and he wasn't all the way there, which is terrible for him. Hopefully, he'll be straight going forward. But it was just kind of a bad luck thing for KU. Like he's a really good coach.
That's why they thought KU. You know, they thought KU was cursed, man. They said, like, how the fuck does this happen? You know what I mean?
They hired a guy named Charlie. I don't know if you know Charlie Weiss, but they hired him like the early, probably around 2012. But he was the head coach at Notre Dame. They won there. He was the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs. So everyone was like, "Hell yeah, let's go!" Gets him, man. Yeah, he didn't care at all. Like talking to former players that played for him, he did not give a shit. And so there's been hires that you're excited about, guys with great experience that have coached at higher levels and just never worked out.
Yeah, damn.
So what's the difference with Lance right now?
He's a program builder.
His energy is different too. Or it's just me.
Yeah,
I feel like he's in it. Like when I see the videos, the old videos I used to see, the coaches weren't really, in it.
Yeah,
but he's in it.
Culture changer. Like he'll change the culture, get everyone to buy in. He's been at Buffalo. I think they went like 2-10 his first year. And then they ended up having a winning season every year. They were ranked his last year there. They ended up ranked at the end of the year. I think they won the MAC. But he's really good at adjusting too. There was one year where they led the MAC in passing yards, and then the next year they led it in rushing. So whatever suits his style that year, figures it out, and they adjust. And he pretty much brought the whole staff with him. So
their
attention to detail is crazy. And I mean, he took over we were winless Les's last year. Yeah. So he took over that and turned KU into a bowl team.
Yeah. I remember that one game we played at Texas. That one game we played at Texas. You remember that game? Mm-hmm. It was an away game. And what's the dude's name, man? But I feel like Jalen Daniels threw the ball.
Jared Casey.
Was it like a 2-point conversion or something?
To Jared Casey.
Yeah. And
they won.
That was crazy.
That was we was hyped up.
Our record was shitty though, but it was like that game was the eye opener to everybody. Everybody was like, oh, "Holy shit!" I think these boys are here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's what I was saying earlier. That was the year where, towards the end of the year, I started feeling something a little different. Culture was changing. They beat Texas, and then they were hanging in the last games. Mm-hmm. They played like West Virginia, and I forget who else, but all the games were competitive. They weren't winning, but those, like you said earlier, fighting, it was like a practice back in the, we'd lose by 40 or 50. Oh my
goodness, bro.
So it was a huge deal, and I could just tell things were changing a little bit.
Right. Sheesh, that's exciting though. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I know you talked to me about the tickets, man. So what's the whole deal about the tickets? I know you've been a pioneer trying to get more people to, come to the games and stuff. So do you do giveaways? What's the whole deal with the tickets? Like, tell the people more about that.
Yeah, so I was telling you guys, I felt the momentum 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. I felt like there wasn't enough hype behind the team last year just because it was still a losing season 2 years ago. They still weren't winning games. Right. But I kind of just got on Twitter and was like, because attendance had been shitty. You guys saw it. And I don't blame people for
not wanting to go. Yeah.
I'm not traveling to watch them lose by 40 every week. Yeah. So kind of felt that everything changing and kind of got on Twitter and was like, hey, if you want to go to the game, like I'll buy you a ticket. I wanted to get people there. And so I started buying tickets here and there, giving them away. And then people saw it and they started like sending money and shit. It was crazy.
Donating to get tickets.
Like this girl sent me a rack
just to get a bunch of tickets.
Got tickets, gave it to this youth group. Former KU running back Kai Thomas, his dad has a youth group in Topeka. So like 20 or whatever, however many kids got to go.
That's
and
real
then
good.
it just kind of took off. People kept donating money for the Duke game, for Iowa State, TCU. So I forget how many, but we had to have ended up giving up like 1,000 tickets total for the whole season. So
that's just last season.
Yeah. It was fun. It was, I mean, kind of stressful because you got to sit there, screenshots of all 1,000 tickets. Boom. Sheesh. Make sure you're not sending the same ones to people.
Right.
But
oh my God.
It was just cool to build hype around KU football a little bit.
And you were creating an experience for, like you said, a whole youth group coming. You know, some of them don't get the opportunity to come and watch a football game. So I bet that was like, you know, like a real, like that's a good deed. You know what I mean? Like you had the motive to give and to give twice to the program and to these other people who, you know, get a chance to go experience that. That's real tough, man.
Yeah, so that was kind of the thing, is just giving people experiences that they don't get to do often, or just families that don't get to do that, or just kids, because I think getting kids out there early age, I mean, becoming obsessed with sports and maybe motivating them a little bit to put in the work, and seeing these, kids obviously look up to these athletes, so maybe get them to put in the work. Eventually they play.
Get to that point.
Or get them to become KU fans, which I need. I love that.
You need all the KU fans, man. So shit. Would you say, for example, in basketball, we win a lot. Would you say we've gotten comfortable with winning? So people's attention is deviating to football now because they want to feel like the underdog coming on top?
Yeah, I think so for sure. I think KU basketball fans are pretty content. Yeah. I think Bill Self, he's obviously the best coach in the country. To me, I don't know how anyone could argue it. Right. So, yeah, I think basketball fans chilling. It'll always be a sellout, but everyone's been hungry for KU football to be solid too, and I think we're there, and I think Lance will be here for a while. So I think we'll have Bill's re-energized. I think he'll be here longer than he expected now. Yeah. And Lance will be too. So, yeah, I think KU fans are, like I said, content with basketball, and now football. You can kind of put more attention towards that program and donate some money, get season tickets. Season tickets are definitely up. The new stadium's coming. So I think so for sure.
Sheesh. Well, I'm excited, man. I ain't never been this excited about football before. So
same. You know. I mean, since you guys haven't obviously grew up here, but since Todd Reesing in 2009, that's probably the last time I've been this excited.
Imagine we get bowl and national championship.
I mean, there's a chance.
For national championship?
Not for football, but he's saying basketball.
Basketball national championship, football, bowl.
He thought you were crazy for a second.
We got to take our time. But if they do that, though, hey, if that happens.
Basketball, it's so hard to do it, but they're going to be preseason number one. They're going to be, they're so talented. I think it's the most talented team we've had since.
I feel like they're going to be talented for the next couple of years, man. I feel like, because, bro, we just won the chip, you know, and it's still fresh. And everybody feels like 2020 was our year too, as well, with the COVID and all that stuff.
That hurt.
So, you know, it's like, they want to come and show that, we could play at the number one university and go crazy. So I think, you know, football program doing good, basketball program doing good. I feel like we got a good year coming. So
Bill Self's been locked in lately on the recruiting trail, and like you said, KU's a huge program, winningest program of all time, and they have the best coach in the country. So it's like, just feels like an easy sell. Right. Like, I'm not saying everyone wants to come to Lawrence to go to school, but
like, you feel like he just calls and they're like, oh shit, I gotta go.
It's like you got the best coach in the country, and you have a blue blood historic program that wins national titles, and they have the most wins of any university in the country. And like the Cooper Flagg kid, I don't know if you guys have seen him. He's ranked number one, but he was like thought to be a Duke lock. Like, he's going to Duke, and now Bill's all in, getting him here for late night in a couple weeks, and I guess KU has a legit chance
to get him.
Yeah, and then he's in on the number 2 kid in the class. He already got a top 10 kid, and he killed it in the transfer portal this offseason, so he's on fire.
Yeah, I seen the Furphy kid. I watched his highlight. I said, holy shit. How old is that dude? It's like 18?
Yeah, I think 18.
Like, I was like, holy shit. That guy, his film looked real legit. Like,
Yeah, he's super bouncy and can shoot it.
Yeah.
I was surprised when I seen that video.
Yeah.
I was not expecting all that.
I didn't. He committed. I didn't know a ton about him, but there's a ton of blue bloods after him. UNC, Duke, KU got him, and kind of talked to people around the program. And
KU always gets the foreign kids, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They always get the foreign kids. So, I mean, shit.
But yeah, the guys around the program, they have really great things to say about Furphy and Bill. Bill thinks he's going to play legit minutes this year, and it's
I heard
probably the most stacked roster in the country. So. Kid must be really good.
Yeah, it gotta be. We gotta win it all, man, for real. Like, I expect nothing less at this point. After 2022, I expect nothing less. Like, I feel like going for all the games, I'm like, we gotta win. We gotta win. Like, I would just keep betting, we gotta win. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of them programs, you know, like, they're gonna win, you know?
Bill was due, definitely, in 2022. It had been since 2008.
Yeah.
In 2020, like you said, we got robbed. It sucked.
Got robbed, for sure, man.
We were due. You keep giving Bill self chances, giving him 1 seeds, he's gonna eventually come
He's
through.
gonna eventually do it, you know? It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. Man, well, shit. What time is the football game today?
7 p.m.
7, yeah.
7. So we're gonna be in the stands today. We're gonna be loud. We're gonna be, you know, turning up with the crowd and shit. So
you usually have a whole squad that you go with for games?
Yeah, usually just the dudes from the pod. My podcast, we kind of have a tailgate. They both had work. Fridays are kind of tough.
yeah, the weekends will be the best.
They had to work till like 5:30, so we didn't even do it. So I wasn't even messing with it. But we should win like 30 or 31-point favorites, I think, tonight. Okay. So games down the road will be more important.
Right, than the home games.
Like next week will be huge against Illinois. That'll be probably a 1-point spread where it could go either way. They're really well coached and they got a good team. They won like 8 games last year. So it'll be a huge game because I think we win that game.
I feel like we sell out that game, honestly.
We will.
Yeah.
And then we go to Nevada. So if we could beat Illinois, I think we'll start 3-0, and then we'll be back home for BYU, which I think we'll be favored in that game. So I think if they can beat, obviously you've got to take care of business tonight, but you win, you beat Illinois, I think you got a great chance to start 4-0.
Definitely.
And I think we'd be ranked.
Yeah. We were ranked last year, and then we lost a rank. Was that last year?
Yeah, we lost to TCU.
Yeah, we lost, and then
we almost beat them.
But that was nice. It was a good feeling, man.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling
TCU
to just go on Instagram and, you know, see KU, you know. So
TCU played for the national championship, too. So came down to
we
the
barely
last.
lost, though. We barely lost. So
yeah, they scored. It was tied with 2 minutes left, and they scored, and then we had the ball.
That was the game.
Inside the 30.
Dude missed the kick, right?
Yeah.
The TCU kid. Because we were in the, what's it called? Populous. They got they.
Oh yeah.
So that was
we
that
in
game.
That field goal club.
Field goal club.
Yeah.
And then
Shit's
the
pretty
kid
cool.
That game was
misses.
crazy.
Ooh, and they all went crazy.
Or was it the Iowa State? Or was it Iowa
it was
State?
TCU.
Okay.
We played TCU, and I think he missed.
And the ball comes like
Because the Iowa State game, their kicker missed 3 field goals.
It might be Iowa State. Then.
I don't know what game that was,
they won
but
that
it was
game,
really
though.
funny.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was TCU. Because Iowa State, we won.
No, it was
Yeah.
TCU.
It was TCU. He missed the kick, and then I feel like we fucked up on our end, and then they got like a touchdown or a field goal again or something.
Our guy missed the kick or theirs?
No, their guy missed the kick, and then
Because our guy missed a short one too that game too. I remember, but
the ball came like straight right to where we were.
So we was like,
it was
oh,
crazy.
you know, it's crazy, but. Man, I'm excited, man. I'm glad we could get you on this pod, man. Yeah. He told me about us, like, shit, hey, let's do it. You know.
Yeah, I'm down
football.
to, if you guys want to talk fashion or any of that stuff. I know you guys do that a lot. Kind of promote your guys' brand a lot. I don't know a ton, but I love I love vintage stuff. One of my best friends
I was just about
in
to
the
ask
world
you.
has his own little vintage page. I'll have to show you guys that after this, but he loves it, and you can make some good money doing it, but I think it's just cool. Like,
it's more of a
anyone's into vintage. I like sneakers a lot too, but I don't know a ton about clothes, so you guys are gonna have to put me on someday.
Just like you putting us on football, we're gonna put you on some.
I need
it. I got you.
We got you. Bro.
I don't know how to dress.
For sure. Yeah, we gonna hook you up good. We're gonna hook you up good. You know, I feel like everybody got their own different swagger. You know what I'm saying? So once you figure out a person and what kind of person they are, it's usually easier from there. There's comfy clothes. There's, you know, some people like to be all stiffed up and all that type of stuff. So shit, we'll hook you up, man. But man, sorry, this might keep falling, but it's all good, man. I'm glad we could do this and make this happen. I'm glad you came in, you know, chopped it up with us.
To Pigeon.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So he taught you some pigeon?
He didn't teach me. He just told me about it, but I'm definitely
really?
more interested. I don't know. I don't know what it is. He told me
we'll start
kinda,
basic. Charlie. Charlie's like my friend, my homeboy. What's up, Charlie? You know. So yeah, let me hear you say Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah, simple. Right there. We're going baby steps. The next time you come feature on the podcast, I'm gonna give you a sentence. You're gonna be fluent. They're gonna be like, who is this? Well, shit, man, Braiden, I appreciate you for coming through it. That's love, man. It means a lot to us. I wish you nothing but the best with your podcast. You know what I mean? Like, we're about to be all at the game, so yeah, we'll probably be high fiving whilst we get these touchdowns and field goals. Yeah. So, man, I can't wait, man. You got any last words for him?
I mean, yeah, I'm excited. We hope to have you on here again. Hopefully, by the time they go bowling, we're gonna see what's up.
Well, he said national championship, so
basketball.
I'm just kidding. I want to see what he said, but
he trying to set me up, y'all.
But no,
we're gonna see about that part.
I said before the show, like, good vibes. Like I fuck with you guys, obviously. And
appreciate you, man.
I love what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
He showed me a lot of the stuff on Instagram, and I guess just keep making an impact. You know how important connections are. Yeah. Just talk to anyone, see what it leads to, and just, I guess, keep grinding and doing some fun stuff in Lawrence and wherever you guys go.
We're going to turn up tomorrow, so hopefully you can stop
be
by.
Outside. Yeah, I definitely
stop by.
Let
us know you're here. We'll grab some drinks together. I know you say you don't drink anymore.
Yeah, I'll drink some water,
some
Red Bulls.
Yeah, we'll grab some water and Red Bulls and turn up together, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, man.
Sir, appreciate you,
sir. Well, thank you, Cruisers, for tuning in. It's your man Brady. Y'all check out his podcast. We didn't even ask. What's the name of the pod?
Ain't No Seats.
Ain't No Seats. Check out Ain't No Seats podcast on Twitter. You guys are on Twitter. I know that heavy. Yeah. So everywhere.
IG's lacking, but Spotify, Apple, YouTube. So
yes, sir. Ain't No Seats, man. Brady, man. Appreciate you. Love. Yes, sir.
You guys.
See y'all later. Choo choo.